serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service.
Headlines ngayon, sports news, magazine, celebrity, entertainment, interviews, music, and more. All in one. All in one. Dadalhin sa inyo ng mas pinaganda, mas komprehensibo, mas malaman. Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Athletic type ka ba o fan ng mga palaro?
Ready your ears dahil PSC Hour is back! Ipapasa at ibibigay sa inyo ang mga latest sporting events sa buong bansa. PSC Hour!
Kabisig ang Philippine Sports Commission.
Iisa-isahin ang mga tournament,
Sports activities
at development programs sa mundo ng palakasan. PSC Hour!
PSC Hour.
Sports for all ang goal natin dito. Pro,
Amateur
at kahit mga enthusiasts para sa atin itong lahat. PSC Hour.
on Radyo Pilipinas.
Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ito ang ating lingguhang Philippine Sports Commission R sa Radyo Pilipinas. Judith Caringal po sa ngalan ng ating PBS, Radyo Pilipinas at ng ating Philippine Sports Commission, ang Public Communications Office. Welcome po sa ating program. Ibibida natin ang mga Pilipinong atleta. Sa bagay, tuwi naman na presentation po natin ay bidang-bida ang mga Pilipinong atleta. Pero mas bibigyan pa po natin ng mahabang pagsaludo ang ating mga Pilipinong atleta, lalo na sa kasalukuyan ay tunay namang bumabandera, bumibida sa buong mundo hindi lang sa Pilipinas, sa Southeast Asia or sa Asia ang mga Filipinas. At yan po yung ating Philippine Women's National Football Team na nandoon sa FIFA Women's World Cup dyan sa New Zealand at syempre sa Australia. Mamaya may live report tayo mula kay Aaron Bayato and meron din po tayong panayam kay Dr. Janice Espino de Vera, ang physician ng Philippine Women's National Football Team. Pero bago ang lahat, syempre ang aking pong partner mula nga sa ating PSC Public Communications Office sa ngalan ng kanilang bagong head na si Joas Ricanor. Salamat, Miss Malin Bamba. Narito po ang ating partner for today, si IZ Almazan. IZ, magandang hapon.
Hi, Miss Judith. Magandang hapon po and magandang araw sa ating lahat, sa ating mga listeners and viewers ng ating PSC Hours sa Radyo 2 Pilipinas sa lahat ng platforms. IZ Almazan po.
I see. Nako, I'm sure kayo din dyan ay tunay naman na nasa Cloud9 pa rin dahilan sa napakagandang performance ng ating mga atleta, lalong-lalo na mga Pilipinang atleta. Okay, so para kaagad maibigan nila ang ating presentation for today, umpisan mo na ang pagsaludo at syempre abang updates mula po sa ating National Sports Agency, ang PSC.
Yun na nga po, wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Gusto po namin congratulate ang ating Women's National Football Team sa kanilang first ever victory, sa kanilang first ever appearance sa FIFA Women's World Cup. Nanonood nga po kami ng live noon. Sobrang history in the making po talaga yung game po nila na yun. And of course, not to forget po our softball women's team po. Although they've lost in the Group C third place playoff against Italy po, we want to congratulate them po on their successful campaign in the Women's Softball World Cup 2023 sa Italy naman po. Yun nga po yung athletic achievements natin for this week and for the agency's updates for the last Friday and this week po. For last Friday, the Women's Indoor and Fire Games Festival ended with an athletic competition at the Track and Oval Field Sports in Pasig City po. And again, this one-week event is organized by the Philippine Sports Commission under the project of Commissioner Olivia Bong, which exhibits as well the women's talent in various sports such as bowling, fencing, chess, netball, and athletics. And last Sunday naman po, our Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Richard Bachman joined the presence of our Vice President Sara Duterte, together with DILG Secretary Benhur Abalos and Marikina City Mayor Marcelino Teodoro in the inspection of facilities and MOA signing for the 2023 Palarong Pambansa sa Marikina Sports Center. And for everyone's information, this year's edition is set to gather over 9,000 athletes and coaches, which I believe ay nakarating sa Marikina City. And of course, technical officials from over 17 regions and will be competing in 34 sports disciplines. And for this Tuesday naman po, our Philippine Bowling Federation paid a courtesy visit sa ating ahensya where they were met by none other than our PSC board members, that's Chairman Richard Bachman, Commissioner Edward Haico, Commissioner Matthew Gaston, and Commissioner Walter dito sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. Ang bumisita nga po sa atin ay ang team of 4 na nanalo na si Art Barrientos, Mark Custodio, and Stephen Iwa. And sayang nga po wala rin si Zachary. And for everyone's information, nakasurpass po sila ng 4 decades of victory po sa bowling category na sinalihan po. And yesterday naman po, sinelebrate ng Republic of the Philippines and Republic of South Africa ang 30 years of diplomatic relations with a boxing exhibition dito pa rin po sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. And present sa celebration na ito ay ang aming acting chief na si Commissioner Matthew Gaston with the South African Ambassador to the Philippines, Her Excellency Ms. Bardina Natchi Tenze, and Amateur Boxing Association of the Philippines Secretary General Marcus Tarwin Manalo. And of course, this boxing exhibition was done with the special participation of our athletes in honor of the late former President of South Africa, that's Nelson Mandela, nakilalang boxer then in his prime. And notable personalities were also in attendance in the celebration, such as Deputy Assistant Secretary Mr. Marlo Miranda, Political Counselor of South African Embassy in Manila, Ms. Chantel Naidu, and Trade, Tourism, and Marketing Officer, that's Ms. Ellen Beck. And yun nga po ang ating updates for agency for this. Thank you po.
Yes, and IC, wag nating kalimutan na subaybayan ang lahat ng mga storya at iba pang mga ganap, lalo na nga po sa ating Philippine Sports Commission sa pamagitan ng inyong social media. Yes, IC, saan sila tututok?
Okay. Pwede po tayong tumutok for the updates and official announcements from our agency sa ating official social media accounts. For Facebook, that's at PHL Sports Commission. For Twitter, that's at PSC_Gov. And for Instagram, that's at phil.sportscommission. And for the live videos and updates for the on YouTube channel, you can always subscribe to Philippine Sports Commission. And for the official announcements, that's on our website, psc.gov.ph. Thank you po, Ms. Judith.
Maraming salamat si IZ Almasan mula po sa Public Communications Office ng ating Philippine Sports Commission. Until next week, IZ, salamat. Okay, so patuloy po ang ating Philippine Sports Commission si Chairman Dicky Bachman ay nandoon na rin ngayon sa Auckland, New Zealand para din po magbigay suporta personal na manood ng magiging laban ng ating Philippine Women's National Football Team. Na maya-maya lamang ay iuulat sa atin ni Aaron Bayato ang huling kaganapan, lalo na kanina ilang oras pa lamang ang nakakalipas ay nagkaroon po ng kanilang training session. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, huling training session ng Pilipinas bago nga yung pong D-Day, the last day sa kanila pong ng linggo alas 3 ng hapon. Quick break tayo, paring Jess and paring Boyet, at magbabalik po ang ating Philippine Sports Commissioner.
Mulat sa Estado ng Bayan, the second State of the Nation Address of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
While the global prospects were bleak, our economy posted a 7.6% growth in 2022, our highest growth rate in 46 years. Tulad ng ating ipinagpatuloy natin ang reformang pansakahan. Mahalagang haligi ito ng sektor ng agrikultura na ating inaayos. Our 8.3 trillion peso Build Better More program is currently in progress and being vigorously implemented. The Matatag agenda for basic education has been launched, focusing on relevant relevance of curriculum, rapid and responsive delivery, and the welfare of both learners and teachers. Digitalization will support the government's data-driven and science-based planning and decision-making. It is the greatest, most powerful tool, not just to improve the ease of doing business, but also against many forms of graft and corruption. We are now refocusing our health priorities, applying the lessons learned from the pandemic and addressing the weaknesses that it has exposed. Healthier communities and lifestyle are advocacy. With this in my heart, I know that the state of the nation is sound and is improving. Dumating na po ang bagong Pilipinas.
Sona 2023, the second State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. A Radyo Pilipinas special coverage.
Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Muli pong nagbabalik ang ating Philippine Sports Commission or sa Radyo Pilipinas. Tuwing araw po kami ng Biyernes na sumasa inyo. Mamaya nga, sabi ko mas bibigyan pa natin ng mahabang pagsaludo yung ating mga atleta. Dahil ang inyong sports radio, RP2 or Radyo Pilipinas 2 ay meron pong presentation na kinalap yung mga huling mga panalo ng ating mga Pilipinong atleta. Siguro the past 2 years ay ating pong kinompile tapos isinama din natin yung mga proyekto at mga programa na gustong isulong ng ating pong bagong pamahalaan sa pamagitan ng ating Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. at ng PSC Board sa pangunguna ni Chairman DK Bachman. So mamaya po maririnig nyo yan at mapapanood yung ating bidang-bida ang bayaning manlalaro. Pero para ibida yung grupo ng ating mga atleta na nandito sa FIFA Women's World Cup ang Pilipinas. Narito po muna ang live report na ihahatid sa atin ni Aaron Bayato. Yan nga po ay mula dyan sa Auckland, New Zealand. Magandang araw, Aaron.
Magandang araw, Judith, sa listeners natin sa PSC Hour sa RP2 Sports 918 AM. Nandito tayo ngayon sa FIFA Fan Zone. Ito yung para medyo ginawa natin makeshift na working area ng mga kasama nating colleagues. Just quickly, pahingi lang ako ng 20 seconds. So, ito po, fan zone, yung mga fans, pwede sila maglaro ng parang futsal dito. This is along the Auckland Bay. Tapos, medyo nagsa-sunset na kasi. Yun, papasunset na siya. So, yun lang po. And then, of course, marami pang mga prizes, mga activities na pwedeng gawin yung mga fans dito sa Auckland. Ito yung kasi parang medyo centralized fan zone for New Zealand. Yung isa pa, sa Sydney pa, sa Australia, kung saan ginaganap yung ibang games. Now, patungkol sa ating pambansang kupunan, kanina nga po ay nagsanay sila sa Olympic Park. Medyo may kalayuan na mula dito sa Auckland Central. At, of course, kompleto yung team. Pinamasa lang natin si Coach Aaron Styles. Of course, they're very much prepared, well-focused naman ng kupunan after the celebrations that happened nung Tuesday and Wednesday. Eventually, he got to buckle down to work para kapag focus na sila sa Norway. Ang medyo malaking issue lang actually is hindi tungkol sa ating PWNT, Judith, kundi sa kupunan ng Norway. Meron silang infighting that is happening, yung supposed to be internal conflict, lumalabas at nagiging trending sa Europe media. So it's a cause of concern for Norway as a neutral fan. Pero pagdating naman sa Pilipinas, we would like to bank on it. Baka siguro ma-disarray sila, mag-unravel sila at para hopefully makuha natin yung panalo. At kasi ang senaryo, mga kaibigan, kailangan po manalo tayo or mag-draw tapos panalo ang Switzerland para makabante tayo sa knockout stage. Kapag hindi po kasi ganun nangyari, halimbawa draw lang, tapos draw din yung New Zealand, makakatalo pa sa mga goal differences or goals scored. So, for Coach Alan Styles, of course, pinabantayan nila lahat ng mga world-class players. Of course, yung ibang mga players that are playing from Chelsea, from FC Barcelona, sila yung mga si Caroline Graham Hansen yun, yung sa mga superstars, hindi pala isa, superstar ng Norway na talagang pagtutunan ng pansin ng mga backline nitong ng backline natin, sina Angela Beard, Hailey Long, Jessica Howard. So they're gonna be all hands on deck para nga depensahan itong magiging atake ng Norway, world number 12. Pero sa pag-research natin, ang Norway kasi hindi pa sila umabot sa number 10 pataas. So they're usually ranked 12. They're one of the kumbaga interesting teams that championed the FIFA Women's World Cup in the 90s. So grabe exciting at syempre natutuwa si Coach Allen Stigers na mga nagiging response ng mga fans na dumadayo pa from all around the globe. Yung mga, yun nga, nakwento natin sa kanya, yung mga OFWs na pumunta dito, talaga dito, galing sa Middle East, at saka sa Europe, at saka syempre yung pag-promotion ng game. Kasi talagang nandun si Coach Allen, nabansin natin kay Coach Allen Sciences, he wants to use this beautiful game as a way to unite people moving forward. Kasi unity rin naman yung nagiging tema na itong FIFA Women's World Cup. And of course, aside from the Beyond Greatness tagline na kanilang pinopromote nitong FIFA Women's World Cup. And nabanggit niya nga nung mga bandang dulo na ng interview na baga naintindihan niya na syempre mga Filipinos eventually gaining yung football, nagkakaroon na ulit ng traction, ng popularity. Naintindihan niya na talagang mahirap makipag-compete sa basketball kasi siya rin mismo na-convert na as a basketball fan. Sinundan niya yung NBA playoffs. At eventually, naging Denver Nuggets fan na siya ni Nikola Jokic. So, yun na yung kanyang official favorite team. But nonetheless, kinuwento nga ni Coach Allen is that the players are, mindset ng players, paparating nga dun sa magiging laban sa Norway is all set and we'll have more of Coach Allen at kung sino mong player ang mag-step up sa podium or sa rostrum pagdating ng pre-match press conference na tatanghalin bukas. So, ang activity ng team na yun, pahinga na sila, tapos na yung kanilang practice, nasa move and pick na sila. And then by tomorrow, mauuna muna yung kanilang pre-match press conference. And then after that, they'll be heading into another stadium sa Auckland for another training session. We'll try to catch up with that. Kasi after ng press con, aalis kagad sila. Sundan, try natin kung masundan natin sila kung kayang madaanan ng mga ruta ng bus at saka tren itong practice session nila. Now, nakumusta natin si Chairman Bachman, hindi natin siya nakausap on the record pero we're happy na nakita natin siya, nagkausap na kami, kumustahan, ganito, everything. He's sending his regards and we're very happy na nakapunta sila dito para makanood, para masubay-subaybayan yung ating mga atletang manlalaro dito sa 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. And he's very much looking na mapanood ito ang ating Philippine Women's Football Team alongside of course mga officials from the PFF. And wala pa tayong nababalita ang ibang mga stateswomen, politicians and other government officials aside from of course Senator Pia Cayetano na talagang isa sa mga tumutulong at nagpa-fund ng team, mga PWNP. With regards
the crowd.
Sa ibang sports personal, crowd of course, siyempre, talagang asahan natin dadagsayan, hopefully makapuno dun sa Eden Park na ang capacity 50,000 to 60,000 pag talagang full house. Tapos isa pa, yung UAAP board nandito rin, and then some of the, and this is the interesting thing, not sure kung pwede ko sabihin, pero sorry na lang if I may kind of spill the beans. Yung kasi sa PFF po kasi mga kaibigan, in case hindi niyo po alam, mga NSAs po kasi may kanya-kanya silang taon kung kailan sila mag-e-election. So mag-e-election na po sila ngayon. Si Ginoong Nonong Araneta will be the outgoing president pero will still be part of the PFF. Ganyan pa man, yung mga kandidato ng PFF ay lahat nandito sa New Zealand at sila ay sama-samang nanonood ng mga games. So at least bago sila mag-away-away
maghiwalay ng pananaw.
Maghiwalay at least they're all united in supporting our Philippine women's national football team. So that's a very great gesture. Ganun. So nakakatawa nga kung yung mga personalities na yan. But don't worry, mga kaibigan, after the World Cup, we'll dive deep into those gentlemen or to those ladies that will look to succeed ng Araneta as president of the Philippine Football Federation. So malaking role yan maging pangulo ng PFF kasi syempre yung magiging ugnayan mo sa siguro arguably Judith, one of the richest and one of the most prestigious international federations of sport, which is FIFA. So that remains to be seen. But anyway, syempre ang magiging benefit dapat is lahat ng mga atletang Pilipino at Pilipino natin sa larangan ng soccer or football at matuloy itong naging so far successful masabi na natin, talagang tagumpay na itong ginagawa na itong ating Philippine Women's National Football Team sa New Zealand ng 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. Judith.
Aaron, you mentioned in an earlier report yung grupo ng mga Filipino community dyan, kasama na yung mga tourist na Pinoy na pumunta dyan. Magma-march to the stadium, Eden Park Stadium on Sunday. Tama ba yung dinig ko?
Yes, tama. Parang, kumbaga, di ba sa mga political rallies, may mga kumpulan muna sila and then they go to whatever destination that would like to make their march. So, at least ang isang area na alam natin magkukumpulan sila sa isang train station sa New Lynn, Bago Lynn, Lynn, and then, sorry, wait, correction. That's, sa Eden Park station pala. Yung station na malapit sa Eden Park, doon sila magkukumpulan and then papunta sila to rally behind the other Filipinos and other football fans who would like to watch this game between the Philippines and Norway. Judith.
Sana naman sa number pa lang ng mga fans, ma-outnumber din natin itong ating kalaban, di ba, na koponan ng Norway, especially na coming from that huge and historic victory over host New Zealand. Okay, Aaron, may dagdag pa tayong highlights dyan?
Ito ang yung sidelights, may naglalaro ng futsal dito. At least this is the action that we can show live. All right. Thank you very much. And also shout out to yung mga mag-host sa Sunday ng watch party sa Glorieta. Claro Manzano, hindi ko na alam kung sino yung partner niya. Because Camille Rodriguez, yung isa sa mga strikers natin, will be heading here. So hopefully we can have a chance to talk with her, si Camille Rodriguez. She's now an ambassador of an airline. So that's a wonderful news for Ma'am Camille. And then of course, makasama natin yung reporter dito sa workcast station natin sa FIFA Fan Zone Media Hub, Jonas and Ruben Terrado and Olmin Leiba. Mga lodi natin pagdating sa larangan po ng sports newspapers, mga journalists po natin. So, thank you Miss Judith at sa panel natin today sa Master Control. Shoutout pala sa mga tropa natin sa Malalas Transmitter. Ingat po kayo and please stay dry. Mula po dito sa Auckland Bay, sa Auckland, New Zealand, sa FIFA Fan Zone sa pagpapatuloy po ng 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, Aaron Bayato ng RP2 Sports. Thank you, Miss Judith.
Salamat! Laban Pilipinas, yan po ang sigaw natin sa patuloy na paglalahok ng ating Philippine Women's National Football Team dito pa rin sa FIFA Women's World Cup. So live report po yan mula kay Aaron Bayato. It's 1:22 in the afternoon. Sa aming pagbalik naman, makakausap natin si Dr. Janice Espino de Vera, ang physician, team doctor ng ating Philippine Women's National Squad. Magbabalik po kami.
Time to celebrate kulturang Pinoy. Tradisyon, musika, sining, literatura at iba pa. Anything and everything fun and Filipino. Ito ang Pinoy Kultura. Sigaw ng mga debotong Katoliko sa tuwing pista ng Sinulog, Pit Señor or Viva Pit Señor, which means Call on Señor Santo Niño, the Holy Infant Jesus, or Hail Lord, listen to our prayers. In 1521, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan arrived in Cebu to spread Christianity. He handed the image of the Christ child or Santo Niño to Raja Humabot, who got baptized as King Carlos and his wife Queen Juana. Nagsimula ang pista ng Sinulog taong 1980 sa Cebu upang parangalan ang mahal na Santo Niño. Ang Sinulog ay nanggagaling sa salitang Cebuanong, sulog, na ibig sabihin agos ng ilog sa Cebu, kung kaya't ang Sinulog dance ay atras abante. Tuwing ikatlong linggo ng Enero, isang babaeng bihis Reyna Juana ang umiindak hawak ang imahe ng Santo Niño sa magarbong parada ng Sinulog. Pinaniniwalaang milagroso ang Santo Niño at nakapagpapaalis ng masamang espiritu. Come to Sinulog Festival and see for yourself. You'll be amazed with the colorful and intricate costumes of performers.
Yan ang Pinoy Kultura because our culture is cool.
Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Nagbabalik po ang ating Radyo Pilipinas 2, ang Philippine Sports Commission R, at kausap naman natin ang team physician ng ating Philippine Women's National Football Team na nandiyan sa New Zealand competing at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Dr. Janice de Vera, welcome po sa ating program, Doc.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat at kinagagalak ko po na ako'y inimbitahan ninyo sa inyong programa ngayong tanghali. Maraming salamat po.
just like the rest of the team, nagsiselebrate pa si Doc Janice.
Excited na excited pa po. Over the top po yung emotions talaga dito. Super, super happy po kami talaga dito.
Yes. Report naman, Coach or Doc Janice, about the condition of the team, yung observation po natin after the 2 matches.
Okay, basically, well, obviously, the team is in high spirits ngayon. Ano? Everyone is very, very happy. The girls are all doing great, and they're all very healthy and are continuing training and preparing for the next match as best as they can po.
Sabi nga ng ilan sa mga observers natin, ang galing ng kondisyon ng buong koponan. Ni wala mang lang nag-cramps, di ba?
Pinaghihirapan po talaga nila yan.
Okay, so yung observation natin dito sa hosting ng New Zealand, ano po yung observation na meron kay John Doc when it comes to the medical requirements ng mga kalahok na koponan?
Okay, well, ang FIFA naman po kasi napaka-organized nila, no? So, they've been doing the FIFA World Cup, Women's World Cup for many years, and I believe New Zealand is prepared well for the medical requirements of the teams coming here to play. So, more than a year po nilang pinagandaan to. So, I think medically, handang-handa ang bansang New Zealand, no? Dito sa tournament na nagaganap ngayon sa kanilang bansa. Maraming kasing areas po, no? So our team only will be able to play for now in the group stage sa Dunedin, Wellington, and on the 30th nga sa Auckland. But so far, handa sila. Nakikita namin yung kanilang, kumbaga meron silang emergency medical services na very visible during trainings and during the mismong laro. So I believe that they have prepared well enough talaga for this tournament.
How about our team, yung medical team natin dyan? Ilan po kayo sa team natin doing the service for the Filipinas?
Sa medical po kasi, there's 2 of us doctors, no? Si myself and then Dr. Phil Cainglet. She's also an orthopedic sports surgeon. And then we have 2 physical therapists. We have PT Ana de Mihilio and PT Bella Bozzi. So there's 4 of us. And then meron tayong strength and conditioning coaches. So si Coach Luca and then si Coach Red Sahonia. So that makes up the medical team of the Philippine Women's National Football Team.
Pare-pareho ba ang number ng medical team ng mga kasaling koponan dyan?
Well, obviously, ang US, madami, no? So, I don't think so. I mean,
Yes.
It depends talaga on what the team would require. So, I can't really say talaga, ma'am.
Kamusta naman po yung manner ng pag-handle nyo doon sa ating team?
Madaling i-handle yung team. I believe they're very, I would say, madali silang kausap. Wala namang problema dun sa mga girls. They're nasunurin at disiplinado. Actually, the bus driver in Sydney said your girls are very disciplined. They're not like brat, no? So very, very easy to handle ang ating girls.
Mga mababait, ano, hindi sila pasaway, ano. And pwede bang magkaroon tayo ng konting comparison? Kasi Doc Janice, madalas tayo nagkakausap, lalo na dito sa program na PSCR, ano? Nakausap kita when you joined the team naman ng para athletes.
Yes,
I think
yung
Paralympics
po in Tokyo, correct.
Yes, oo. Minsan din yung basketball, di ba?
Correct, sa FIBA.
So, iba't ibang malakihang mga tournament. So, how different kapag football?
Interesting question. Different po kasing requirements per sport. So, basically, kailangan, syempre, oriented ako dun sa paano nilalaro yung sport.
Yes.
Kailangan aware ako dun sa movements nila, sa possible injuries nila. So, iisipin mo yung mechanics ng body, isipin mo paano ba sila matulungan na mag-perform well. Although yun, at the end of the day, yung great performance is what you're after, no? So, yung pag-alaga sa mga atleta, iba-iba lang yung, I would say, approach, pero halos yung needs naman kasi nila would be almost similar. Different lang. Siguro I would say na when it comes to like injuries, doon syempre iba-iba kasi depending on the demands of the sport. And katulad po yung sa para, syempre meron na silang mga special na requirements, no? Like yung kailangan accessible yung kanilang mga training venues, yung buses, kailangan pati yun titignan mo. So yun po yung kaibahan nun, I would say. Pero football kasi is a very organized sport. So for me, and because I have been doing AFC matches since mga 2017. So I would say na medyo hindi naman ganun kahirap yung transition. Although kasi I'm on the other side of the fence usually. This is going to be the second time that I handled the Philippine women's team. And so I would say na medyo yung mechanics ba I would say comfortable with how it is being run already. It's just that I would have to basically be more aware of the needs talaga on a per person basis in essence. So, dun lang talaga nagkakaiba.
Okay, yung mga factors na pwede maka-apekto sa team, cold weather, sanay naman siguro itong mga to kasi nag-training sila din, di ba, sa malalamig na lugar. Okay, yung travel nila, ma'am. Doc pala, travel, pero wala pang 2 oras, ano? Epekto din ba yun?
I would say that is a very important part, no? Kasi we did our camp, as we all know, we did our camp in Sydney. So we were able to get a little bit acclimatized to the weather, but as you can see, I'm still wearing layers and layers, no? Malamig pa rin po talaga. But siguro comparing lang no, when I first arrived in Sydney from Manila, obviously sobrang different in temperature, but it was, I think, really good na we did a training camp in Sydney, which is almost the same weather as here in New Zealand, no? So I would say na it is probably I would say it helped the girls a lot kasi nga na-acclimatize na sila, pero mahirap pa rin po talaga kasi maglaro at mag-train sa malamig na weather compared syempre sa yung mas komportableng weather ba. So maigi, it was a good, I would say a good decision that we trained in we did the pre-FIFA Women's World Cup camp in Sydney para medyo ma-acclimatize na sa weather yung girls. Tsaka yung staff. Pati yung staff.
Oo naman. Doc Chinese, kamusta yung reaction mo when we won that game against New Zealand?
One word, I was amazed. I am so proud of the girls. Naiyak talaga kaming lahat. Nagtatalon kami habang umiiyak, and it's really like I really felt so proud, and because they've been working so hard the past few months. It's not just during the camp. They've been working so hard for probably more than 18 months already since the Asian Cup na nanalo sila doon to qualify for the FIFA Women's World Cup. They've already started working hard, and they worked doubly hard since we started the camp nga, the pre-FIFA Women's World Cup camp here in Australia. And so in my opinion, they definitely deserve to win. I would say I had very little contribution to the win of the team, pero parang ako po yung naka-goal sa sobrang kaligayahan ko for them, and just like a mom, no, I feel like I will forever be proud of what this team, staff included, of course, have achieved, and I feel very, very honored to have been part of this team talaga. This is, I would say, a once in a lifetime experience, opportunity that I really am thanking God that he gave me this opportunity, and I feel like the girls will forever cherish that moment talaga when the team won the first FIFA Women's World Cup game, no? So sabi nga nila debutant, so parang bihira, or if I'm not mistaken, first debutant to have won this during this World Cup. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're the first team to win a match, and so that is already history for us. Her story, kumbaga. So it's just the word that I will really use is amazed, and I feel very blessed that it happened to us.
Yes, you're so blessed to be there talaga. Talagang may active role doon sa team. Asan po yung yung place ng mga medical team during the match?
During a game kasi nandun din po kami sa bench, and so very As I said, very structured ang football, maraming regulation. So we are only allowed to go in when the referee tells us to go in. But there's also yung local venue medical officers who are on the sidelines and will be able to help just in case the medical team would need support po. So, but we are on the benches.
Yes. So, andyan lang talaga sa tabi niyo, the whole team, the Pilipinas. As part of the team din, grabe yung, I'm sure nakita mo kung gaano kalaki yung suporta ng Filipino community doon o yung mga nasa ibang bansa, pumunta pa talaga ng New Zealand to watch the games.
Tama po kayo. Marami akong mga nakita ng mga friends na galing Pilipinas. Sobrang natuwa ako nung may mga sumisigaw ng Doc Janice doon sa bleachers. Parang, nandito kayo. And then they were texting me and they're saying they were there. And there are a lot of people watching in live stream and in television at home. So, sobrang overwhelming yung emotions, overwhelming yung support na natatanggap namin, and masayang-masaya talaga yung mga girls na ganun kalaking suporta ng ating mga kababayan sa kanila, and nakakatuwa talaga kasi I'm sure you've seen the videos of the girls singing the Lupang Hinirang, and a lot of our countrymen are so proud, so happy to see the girls sing. And so parang for me, as I mentioned, this is indeed a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me, and I feel very honored and blessed to have been part of this history. And the happiness we experienced during that last match is really something that we will all forever treasure. And I'm pretty sure yung mga kababayan din natin, yun din yung nasa isip nila. And sabi ko nga, nagkagulo yata sa Pilipinas nung time na nanalo kami. No? So, sobrang nagpapasalamat po talaga kami sa suporta ng taong bayan, ng lahat sa inyo na nandiyan sa Pilipinas. At dito sa New Zealand at sa Australia, pati yung mga friends ko from Australia texting me saying they're really supporting. And there are really some of the people are traveling to Wellington, to Dunedin, to Auckland just to watch the girls, and we're all very thankful for the support talaga.
But ano yung takeaway mo sa experience na patuloy mo na experience dyan? Seeing the girls na kaya ng mga Filipina to play in this stage.
Actually, it's nice that you asked me this question. No? Sabi nga nila Ina Palacios, it's a little girl's dream. And so parang for me, ang takeaway ko talaga dito is just do whatever you dream of, try until one day you just wake up and you're in your dream already. So all of the girls who are with us here since Australia and here now in New Zealand, they've all dreamt of this. Akala ko I think I told you na the Olympics or the Paralympics is one of my dreams, and I could only think na, oh wow, I am here in the FIFA Women's World Cup, and it's also a dream, another dream come true for me, and a lot of the people are saying na we're all very lucky to be here. So parang for me, ang takeaway ko talaga dito is just grab that once in a lifetime opportunity, because you never know when it's ever going to happen again, and just give your best. Parang when you see the girls whenever they're playing, they're just all out, they just give everything they have. And so parang for me, win or lose, taas noo na ipaglalaban nila yung ating bansa, and taas noo silang magsasabing proud sila na sila ay Pilipino. So for me, yun yung takeaway ko doon, na parang just dream, and one day that dream will come true, and who knows, diba? Who knows when that will happen? But I'm sure that it will be given to you if you, kasi syempre pag hindi ka nag-dream, wala. So if you have that dream and you work really hard for it, then one day you just wake up and you're living the dream.
Yes, definitely. At yan din ang tinuturo, or yan din ang inspirasyon na binibigay ng ating Pilipinas sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin dito, lalo na yung siguro maliliit pa na mga nag-aambisyon na maging atleta, di ba?
And also gusto ko lang din idagdag, no, I'm proud to be Filipina. Like, ang ibang klase ang Pilipina talaga. Sobrang nakakatuwa na like Heidelin, and then these women from football and all our other female athletes. I'm so very proud of them talaga. And for me, nakakatuwa lang yung pag-boom ng women in sports. And then the Filipinas are actually part of that. So it's really something that I think all of us should be really proud of.
Yes. Kaya salamat Pilipinas at mabuhay ang ating mga Pilipinas. At mabuhay din, salamat sa serbisyo, Doc Janice De Vera po mula po dyan sa New Zealand. All the best and hope to talk to you again soon after that the last game of the Filipinas or
sana marami pa kaming games.
Yes, marami pang games.
Sana.
Last game sa group stage, di ba?
The group stage, yung last game is on the 30th. Pero sana may mga sumunod pa talaga, yun ang pinagdadasal natin.
Salamat po. God bless.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Ma'am Judith, and sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan na sumusuporta sa amin. And para sa inyo po ang lahat ng ito, tandaan niyo po ang tagumpay ng Pilipinas ay tagumpay ng Pilipinas. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.
Zone 4. Kaya everybody, sali na kayo! PSC Hour Sports Radio Program Redesigned. PSC Hour. PSC Hour. Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Salamat, Dr. Janice De Vera. Siya rin po ay miyembro ng ating Medical Scientific Athletes Services ng EMSAS ng ating Philippine Sports Commission. PMC-EMSAS po. Yan yung department naman ni Doc Janice dyan sa ating National Sports Agency. Ibang aspeto patungkol sa Pilipinas ang ating nalaman sa kanya. Madali lang alagaan ang mga Filipinas. Hindi sila bratty. Mismo yung bus driver ng team ay sinasabing mababait itong mga Pilipinas na ito. Nakita naman natin sa game. Dalawa pa nga lang yung yellow cards natin. So, saludo. Lalo pa tayong pinahanga ng ating mga Filipinas. At yun na nga, very much in top shape. Wala nagka-cramps. And looking forward to this Sunday's game. At si Doc Janice, isa rin po talaga sa saksi na akala nga natin may iyak pa si Doc Janice. Diba? Habang sinasabing nakaka-proud maging Filipina kapag mismong nasa harapan mo at nakikita mo ang performance na pinapakita nitong ating pong mga Filipinas. Yun na nga, mangarap tayo, mga kabataang nanonood. Alam ko ngayon pa lang yung iba sa inyo nag-uumpisa ng mangarap para maging future member ng Philippine Women's National Football Team, future Filipina, ika nga. Okay, sunod pa rin po nating ibibida ang buong Team Philippines sa aming pagbalik dito sa ating Philippine Sports Commission sa isa pong special na nihanda ng inyong Radyo Pilipinas 2 Sports Team in a while.
Mulat sa Estado ng Bayan, the second State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
While the global prospects were bleak, our economy posted a 7.6% growth in 2022, our highest growth rate in 46 years. Tulad ng ating ipinagpatuloy natin ang reformang pansakahan. Mahalagang haligi ito ng sektor ng agrikultura na ating inaayos. Our 8.3 trillion peso Build Better More program is currently in progress and being vigorously implemented. The Matatag Agenda for Basic Education has been launched, focusing on relevance of curriculum, rapid and responsive delivery, and the welfare of both learners and teachers. Digitalization will support the government's data-driven and science-based planning and decision-making. It is the greatest, most powerful tool, not just to improve the ease of doing business, but also against many forms of graft and corruption. We are now refocusing our health priorities, applying the lessons learned from the pandemic and addressing the weaknesses that it has exposed. Healthier communities and lifestyle are advocacy. With this in my heart, I know that the state of the nation is sound and is improving. Dumating na po ang bagong Pilipinas.
Sona 2023, the second State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. A Radyo Pilipinas special coverage.
Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM. Inukit na kasaysayan, tagumpay para sa bayan. Yan ang hatid ng mga atletang Pilipino, kaya buong-buo ang suporta ng Pangulo. Sa ilalim ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., hindi maiiwan ang sports. Kaya naman malinaw ang mga programa para sa pagpapalago nito sa tulong ng Philippine Sports Commission. Sa bida ang bayaning manlalaro, alamin ang mga tulong ng pamahalaan at reaksyon ng sports community kabilang ang PSC, Philippine Olympic Committee, Philippine Paralympic Committee at Olympian na si EJ Obiena sa unang taon ng Administrasyong Marcos. Bida ang bayaning manlalaro dito sa Radyo Pilipinas.
At huwag niyong kakalimutan, kapag talagang napagod na, nahirapan na, kahit na na-injure na ng konti, pakinggan niyo ulit yung sigaw. Maririnig niyo, kami yun, yung mga kapwa niyong Pinoy, sinisigaw, go, 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 go.
Kasama ng sambayanang Pilipino, naniniwala si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. na talagang bida ang bayaning manlalaro. Isang taon pa lamang sa panunungkulan, ngunit buo at walang patid na ang kanyang naging suporta sa sports. Mga hindi matatawarang ambag sa pamamagitan ng mga makabuluhang programa. Bilang naglaro at nahilig din sa sports, gaya ng football, archery, squash at fencing noong kanyang kabataan. Alam ng Pangulo ang pinagdadaan ng hirap ng mga atleta, makapag-uwi lang ng karangalan para sa bayan. Hindi biro ang hirap, pagod at iba pang pagsubok sa training, mas lalo pa sa aktual na kompetisyon kung saan matinding pressure at minsay nagtatamo pa ng injury ang mga atleta. Para rin silang mga sundalong sumasabak sa gyera. Kaya naman, kaisa si Pangulong Marcos ng milyon-milyong Pilipino na nagdarasal at sumisigaw sa kanilang bawat suntok, sipa, langoy, takbo, palo at buslo. At kung sila may madapa, pangako ni Pangulong Marcos na kasama siya sa kanilang muling pagtayo patungo sa ginto. Sa kanyang naging talumpati para sa mga atletang sumabak sa 32nd Cambodia Southeast Asian Games, mensahe ng inspirasyon, pag-asa at pakikisa ang kanyang ipinaabot sa mga atleta. Ganito pinahahalagahan ng Pangulo ang mga bayaning manlalaro.
One of the greatest pleasures I have found being the leader is to be able to give honor and to recognize, hopefully to inspire, and to provide support to our athletes who are in fact our ambassadors in sport and play a very, very important part beyond just their participation in such important sporting events. I have found that I think that everybody here will agree that sport is one of the very few activities. Iilan lang talaga ang pwede nating sabihin na ating ginagawa na walang downside. The only downside to sport is sometimes you get injured. Yun lang. Everything else is good for you. It's good for your discipline. It's good for your health. It's good for your camaraderie. It's good for your to mature. It has to be kept as a very, very important part of our support to our society. And beyond that, ang ating mga champion, ang ating mga nag-uuwi ng medalya at saka tropeo ay talaga namang nagdadala ng kasiyahan at naipagmamalaki ng buong madla na kami ay Pilipino. Yan mga yan, Pilipino yan, mga champion namin yan. At yan ang siguro ang pinakamahalaga na nagdadala kayo ng dangal sa Pilipinas. Tignan na lang ninyo, lahat ng mga champion natin that have gone out onto the international stage, that have made a name for themselves, and all they have done is bring glory to the Philippines. And many of our great athletes who have made their name in the international stage have brought with them the Philippines and the honor that they have gained by their sacrifice, by their perseverance, and finally by their success is also be given to the Philippines itself, and every single Filipino feels it. And that's why I would like at this point for those who have always been in the sporting arena and have managed to make a name for themselves and put the Philippines on the athletic map. I thank you all very much for the honor and the glory that you bring to our country. And once again, if this administration, this government can do anything more to support our athletes, to support sports in our country. If there is anything more that this government can do, that this administration can do, that I personally can do, you please make sure you will tell me, because we are all rooting for you and we all want to do everything that we can do to make you as successful as you possibly can in your chosen events. So, good luck sa inyo. At huwag niyong kakalimutan, kapag talagang napagod na, nahirapan na, kahit na na-injure na ng konti, pakinggan niyo ulit yung sigaw, maririnig nyo. Kami yun, yung mga kapwa nyo Pinoy, sinisigaw, go, 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 go. Maraming salamat.
Bilang patunay pa ng kanyang pagkalinga sa atletang Pilipino, lubos na nakikipag-ugnayan si Pangulong Marcos sa Philippine Sports Commission, ang sports agency ng bansa, para higit na maalagaan at maibigay sa mga atleta ang kanilang mga pangangailangan na siyang susi para sa mas maayos at determinadong paglalaro sa magkakaibang torneo sa loob at labas ng bansa. 2 PSC chairman na ang naitalaga ni Pangulong Marcos, 2 leader na tingin niya ay may malaking maiaambag sa pagpapaunlad ng sport sa bansa. Una niyang inappoint si Noli Iyala, ang dating PBA commissioner at sports journalist, sa layuning mapalawig ng husto ang sports hanggang sa mga kasulok-sulokang parte ng bansa at makadiskubre ng mga panibagong dugo na magiging susunod na mga pambansang atleta. Naibalik ang Batang Pinoy National Final sa Ilocos Sur matapos ang 3 taong pagkakaudlot dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic. Nagpasiklaban ng iba't ibang local government units mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, at dito nakita ang mga papausbong na talentong balang araw ay aanihin ng bansa. Nang palitan si Ayala matapos ang 4 na buwan, tinawag naman ni Pangulong Marcos ang isa pang sportsman, si Richard Bachman, para ipagpatuloy ang sinimula ng PSC. Sa pag-upo ni Bachman, nakumpleto ang PSC board kasunod ng appointment ni Pangulong Marcos kina Commissioner Bong Ku, Edward Haico, Walter Torres at Fritz Gaston. Sila ang mga taong pinagkatiwalaan ng pamahalaan para pag-ibayuhin ang misyon at hangarin ng PSC na palaguin ang sport sa bansa. Naging hands-on si Bachman sa mga aktibidad ng PSC at palagi rin siyang visible sa mga kompetisyon para suportahan ang mga atleta tulad noong 32nd SEA Games at 12th ASEAN Para Games sa Cambodia. Ipinangako ni Bachman na walang delay sa pagbibigay ng financial allowance at lagi rin niyang sinasabi na walang personal agenda ang kanyang pamumuno sa PSC. Kagaya ng PSC chairman, masigasig ding inaasikaso ng mga commissioner ang kani-kanilang proyekto para masiguro ang inclusivity in sports. Si Ku ang humahawak ng Women in Sports. Si Torres ang sa para-athletes. Habang si Gaston ang sa indigenous people at si Haico ang sa grassroots. Masaya ang PSC chairman sa tinatamasang tulong mula sa Marcos administration.
I'm happy that that also BBM is in full support of our athletes, and the athletes, I'm sure, is appreciative that our president is supporting these athletes also. That's why it's also proper that for the incentives, our president will hand out the incentive to these athletes. I was in a volleyball game a few nights ago, and then even the First Lady was there and supported volleyball, and it was actually cool to see the president there, and game. It was hindi nahiya, hindi pero nice. It was a nice feeling. To the national athletes, I haven't actually started yet. It took me 6 to 7 months to how to figure out to fast track everything, and I expect improvements very soon. And so it may from facilities to meals, but just expect me for PSC, the chairman's office, and all our employees to actually support you 110%. Continue supporting the Filipino athlete. I know there's a lot of athletes that are changing citizenship, all that, but if you look into it, it's not really always the government's fault. Okay, there's a lot of that you don't know the what goes on between the NSA, the POC, and the PSC. But before you judge the government, just make sure na alam nyo yung tama. the government will always be there to support. Bidang-bida ang bayaning manlalaro.
Bida ang bayaning manlalaro dito sa Radyo Pilipinas. Naging maganda ang resulta ng pagkakaisa sa sports sa pamamahala ni Pangulong Marcos, katuwang ang PSC, Philippine Olympic Committee at Philippine Paralympic Committee. Kitang-kita ang kahangahangang resulta lalo na noong SEA Games sa Cambodia, ang unang major international multi-sports event na naganap sa kanyang panunungkulan. Tumapos sa ikalimang pwesto ang Team Philippines matapos humakot ng 58 gold, 85 silver at 117 bronze para sa kabuoang 260 medals. Ito na ang ikalawang pinakamahusay na performance ng Filipino athletes sa SEA Games kapag hindi Pilipinas ang host. Sinundan nito ang 59 gold medals na kinolekta ng bansa noong 1987 Jakarta Games. Ilan sa highlights ng Cambodia SEA Games. Unang-una, ang pagkawi ng ang three-peat ni EJ Obiana sa men's pole vault. Ang ika-6 na sunod na paghahari ni Eric Ray sa men's 400-meter hurdles. Ang 6 gold medal haul ng National Taekwondo at Arnis teams. Ang national record-breaking performance sa swimming ni na Shandy Chua, Thea Salvino, Jared Hatch at Gerard Jacinto at marami pang iba. Ipinagpapasalamat ni POC President Bumble Tolentino kay Pangulong Marcos ang tagumpay na ito ng Pilipinas. Agad itong sinundan ng isa pang natatanging tagumpay sa 12th ASEAN Para Games. Nagawa ng Pilipinas ang parte nito matapos mag-uwi ng 34 gold, 33 silver at 50 bronze medals for a total of 117 medals. Nagpakitang gilas ang Pinoy para-athletes sa pangunguna ng visually impaired na si Dari Bernardo na nagbulsa ng 6 na ginto sa para-chess. Wala mang braso at kamay, lumangoy si Angel Otom ng 4 na ginto sa swimming at sa wakas, binuhat ni Meridol Pamatian ang gold medal sa powerlifting matapos ang paulit-ulit na pagsubok sa loob ng 11 taon.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. I'd like to take this opportunity that the Philippine Paralympic Committee and FISPADA, its NSA, and other affiliates would like to express its wholehearted appreciation and gratitude to the Philippine government, headed by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., via the Philippine Sports Commission, its chairman and commissioners, for the all-out support it has given and continues to give our national para-athletes and their coaches to enable them to achieve sporting excellence, to excite and inspire our countrymen. It also, this support, encourages the involvement of the private sector and other sectors of society, the Philippine Olympic Committee and NSAs, and through this exerted effort, we can achieve or fulfill the Philippines' shared vision with the International Paralympic Committee to make an inclusive world, an inclusive Philippines through parasport. In connection with our shared vision, the Paralympic movement for an inclusive world, an inclusive Philippines through parasport, gusto ko sanang hingin sa ating Pangulo kung pwede, isama niya sa kanyang legislative agenda na kung pwedeng iparehas yung makukuhang incentives ng ating national para-athletes at kanilang mga coaches katulad ng mga nakukuhang benefits and incentives ng ating mga able-bodied athletes sa Southeast Asian Games and Para Games, Asian Para Games at Paralympic. Nais na naman sana kung pwede na pwedeng ipagpatuloy, or if the President can continue to urge the private sector and other sectors of our society to help the Philippine Paralympic Committee and its affiliates to be able to continue strengthening and developing para sports in our country, and of course, asking as many people as possible, lahat ng ating mga kababayan na may kapansanan, na lumahok, sumama at makibahagi dito sa ating Philippine Paralympic Movement, ating ginagawang sports para sa mga may kapansanan. Maraming salamat, Mr. President, at sa mga kasama niyo sa gobyerno, at sana ipagpatuloy talaga ninyo. Continue the all-out support. Malapit na namin na makakuha ng elusive, yung sinasabing elusive gold medal sa darating na Paralympic Games. Maraming salamat po.
Maliban sa SEA Games at ASEAN Paralympics, nakakatuwang isipin na isang taon pa lang sa pwesto si Pangulong Marcos ay napakarami ng mga hindi malilimutan at makasaysayang tagpo ang nangyari sa Philippine sports. 2 linggo pa lang mula nang maging ika-17 presidente ng bansa, sinalubong agad ng magandang balita si Pangulong Marcos nang sungkitin ng National Women's Football Team ang una nitong kampyonato sa Asian Football Federation o AFF Women's Championship noong isang taon. Ang milestone na ito ay 6 na buwan lang ang pagitan nang makapasok sa FIFA Women's World Cup ang Pilipinas noong January 2022. Ito ang unang beses sa kasaysayan na may Philippine team na maglalaro sa prestihiyosong World Cup ng football. Dahil sa kambal na tagumpay na ito, mainit na tinanggap ni Pangulong Marcos sa Malacanang ang Filipina Booters para parangalan at kilalanin ang kanilang kontribusyon sa larangan ng sports.
I know that you played your hearts out, and you did that because you kept remembering that you are representing the Philippines. This is the first time that we have won this championship. It is the years and years of sacrifice that you put in, the amount of training. I can only imagine how hard it was to train during the pandemic. Sport means more than just playing games. It means developing discipline, learning how to sacrifice, learning to be gracious in victory, learning to work with other people as a team. You brought so much joy to your countrymen. You made us all so proud of you and of being Filipino. And that, I think, is the greatest gift that you have given your country. So I thank you very much, and I congratulate you for this great achievement and great championship. Itong ganitong klaseng achievement, walang downside ito. It is all up, it is all good. So enjoy it.
Sumunod na nag-courtesy call sa palasyo si world number 3 at Asian top pole vaulter EJ Obiena Setyembre noong isang taon matapos ang kanyang unang pagbabalik bansa mula 2019. Magiliw na nakipagkwentuhan si Pangulong Marcos saan sinabi niyang naniniwala siyang kakayanin ni Obiena na magmedalya sa 2024 Paris Olympics, kaakibat ang pangakong ibibigay ng pamahalaan ang lahat ng kailangang suporta para makamit ito.
From your president and I think from the rest of the Philippines, ay kami nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng inyong ginawa, sa dangal na idinala mo sa inyong bansa. I think that is the greatest tribute that you can give, the greatest service as you are an athlete now that you can give to our country is to bring honor to the Philippines. We look forward to the games in Paris. I hope you do well. If there is anything we can do to help you
na maging mas maganda ang inyong resulta at mas maganda ang maging training, lahat ng sabihin niyo sa akin dahil napakahalaga ng iyong ginagawa. So thank you very much, and I congratulate not only you but also those of you who have supported our champion.
Sa ilalim din ng pamumuno ni Pangulong Marcos, nangyari ang historic 6-meter jump ni Obiana sa Bergen Jump Challenge sa Norway, Hunyo ng kasalukuyang taon. Ibinulsa ni Obiana ang ginto rito at napabilang sa Elite 6-meter Club. Siya ang naging ika-24 na manlalaro na kinayang lagpasan ng 6 na metrong taas sa men's pole vault. Nagpatuloy pa ang pamamayagpag ng mga atletang Pinoy sa ibang bansa sa pagsisimula ng Administrasyong Marcos. Bilang pagkilala sa mga boksingerong sumuntok tungo sa tagumpay, binigyang pugay sila ni Pangulong Marcos sa Malacanang nitong nakalipas na Abril. Naging makulay ang pagdalaw ni na International Boxing Federation at World Boxing Association World Super Bantamweight Champion Marlon Tapales, nooy World Boxing Organization World Minimum Weight Champion Melvin Jerusalem at IBF Intercontinental, IBO Intercontinental at WBC Asian Boxing Council Super Featherweight Champion Charlie Suarez. Pinirmahan din ni Pangulong Marcos ang ilang boxing gloves bilang souvenir.
So well done, and keep up that and that what you are doing, bringing glory to the Philippines, and that for me, as your president, that is a very, very important part of your achievement. Is that you have put once again in the grand tradition of our artists, in the grand tradition of our athletes, you have put once again on the map. The Philippines, and people will remember us once more as this grand culture with such great capacity, with such great potential that you are now showing the rest of the world. Thank you once again for all that you have done for the country. Maraming salamat.
Okay.
Bida ang bayaning manlalaro dito sa Radyo Pilipinas. Samantala, pinakamalaking pinaghahandaan ngayong taon ng pamahalaan kasama ang Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas ay ang hosting ng FIBA World Cup sa Agosto na lalaruin sa Philippine Arena, Mall of Asia Arena at Smart Araneta Coliseum mula August 25 hanggang September 10. Big-time countries pagdating sa larangan ng basketball ang tutungo sa Pilipinas, kabilang na ang powerhouse na USA at Greece. Ang Pilipinas naman, makakatapat sa group stage ang Italy, Angola at Dominican Republic. Dahil darating ang mga tanyag na NBA players na maglalaro para sa kani-kanilang bansa sa Manila leg at siguradong dudumugin ang mga venue, pangunahing sinisiguro ang kaligtasan ng mga players, coaches, team officials, organizers, fans at lahat ng taong makikibahagi sa World Cup. Kaya naman ipinag-utos ni Pangulong Marcos ang pagbuo ng isang interagency task force na mamamahala sa streamlining, integrating, harmonizing, and coordinating all government efforts with the plans and programs of the SBP and its local organizing committee towards the effective preparation, successful participation of all delegates in the FIBA World Cup 2023. Nakasaad sa Administrative Order No. 5 na pamumunuan ang task force ni PSC Chairman Richard Bachman kasama ang mga kinatawan mula sa magkakaibang ahensya ng gobyerno tulad ng Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Health, Department of the Interior and Local Government, Department of Public Works and Highways, Department of Tourism, Department of Transportation, Bureau of Customs, Bureau of Immigration, Philippine National Police at Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. Para kay PBBM, ang matagumpay na pagdaraos ng World Cup ay nakasalalay sa koordinasyon at suporta ng government agencies, local government units at private sector. 1 bilyong piso ang nakalaang pondo para sa hosting ng bansa sa Global Basketball Showcase. Halos kalahati ng 2.276 billion pesos na pondo ng PSC ngayong 2023 batay sa General Appropriations Act na inapurbahan ng Kongreso. Nakakalula ang pondong kailangan, kaya malaking tulong ang paglagda ni Pangulong Marcos sa naturang GA dahil malaking pera rin ang kakailanganin para maging outstanding ang hosting ng Pilipinas sa World Cup. Si PSC Chairman Bachman ang magpapadala ng budget sa SBP na bumuo naman ng Local Organizing Committee para asikasuhin ang pagdaraos ng World Cup. Nais ng Pangulo na maging matagumpay ang muling pagbabalik ng World Cup sa bansa gaya ng huling nag-host ang Pilipinas noong 1978 kung kailan ang kanyang ama na si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr. pa ang presidente. Makalipas ang 45 taon, pagkakataon naman ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. na ipamalas sa mundo na kaya ng Pilipinas na mag-host ng world-class basketball action. Damang-dama ang labis na pagsuporta ni Pangulong Marcos maging nasa Asian qualifiers pa lamang ang Gilas Pilipinas. Patunay dyan ang kanyang biglaang panonood ng live game sa kabila ng kanyang busy schedule. Tumungo siya sa MOA Arena Agosto noong isang taon para saksihan ang laban ng bansa kontra Saudi Arabia at mapanood ng personal si NBA Phil-American star Jordan Clarkson. Imbitado bilang guest of honor si Pangulong Marcos at nakatakdang gawin ng Pangulo ang ceremonial toss upang formal na buksan ang World Cup 2 buwan mula ngayon. Maliban sa World Cup, ipinakikita rin ni Pangulong Marcos ang suporta sa mga susunod na malalaking multisport event na pinaghahandaan na ngayon ng mga national athletes gaya ng Asian Games sa Hangzhou, China sa September at 2024 Paris Olympics. Pagkakaisa. Ito ang bukang bibig ni Pangulong Marcos mula noong siya ay kumakandidato pa lamang hanggang maluklok na pinakamataas na lider ng bansa. Hindi na nakakagulat kung nadala niya ito sa sports na namunga naman ng pagkilala at tagumpay sa atletang Pilipino saan mang sulok ng mundo. Malayo pa ang tatakbuhin ni Pangulong Marcos sa kanyang termino, ngunit ngayon pa lang ay damang-dama ang kanyang pagmamahal sa sports. Sapat na patunay na para kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., bida ang bayaning manlalaro. Bida ang bayaning manlalaro!
There's a lot of changes that they want to implement, and I think I'm very pro on the things that they want to do. And I think it's a good move and a good step moving forward. It's just a matter of, we need to do a lot of things quite fast because we're a little bit. We need to be honest. We're a little bit lagging behind in our neighboring countries, and we need to step it up a little bit. And this might just be the best time because I truly believe and honestly believe that this is the golden age of Philippine sports. We have not had this much world-class athlete in such a level ever in the history. I could be biased because I'm part of it, but where KC a lot of firsts, like first Filipina football making the World Cup, first Olympic gold medals in weightlifting, multi championship medalists in gymnastics, and just a lot of world-class boxers. It's very rare. I think it's a blessing that we should capitalize on it and use all these athletes, that world-class athletes, to inspire the next generation of athletes as well. In my humble perspective, but I truly believe it is a golden year, and I think it's the best time for Philippine sports to invest and capitalize on these athletes. All of us, I can confidently say we want to share the beauty of the sport that we do and influence the future, and we want to see the next generation of Philippine sports to be even better than now.
Yung send-off pa lang doon, ang message na niya talagang dapat suportahan natin ang mga atleta. Kaya siguro with that statement niya and message na he's all out to support the athletes, one, is ang ganda ng performance natin in Cambodia, no? And to me, I was surprised na talagang they were talagang what I call blood, sweat, and tears nila, considering we came from COVID, tapos na we don't know uncertainties even in our sports commission's office, di ba? Hindi napalitan yung chairman, tapos nabuo lang yung aming commission. I was last appointed, no? As the last one was only in March, no? And nakita ko, talagang maganda. And then, ang performance, tapos yung ang presidente is talagang all out to support. Kaya yung request namin, even for yung mga medalists, ganyan, punta kami sa Palcor, ano agad yan, kasi there is already a baton and from the president na supportahan yan. So, pag may request kami, dadaan namin through Deputy ES or sa ES, madali yung ang suporta. Yung FIBA, ito the biggest affair yan. Pag nagtawag ng meeting, I had the opportunity to be in the meeting sa Malacanang, lahat ng agencies, everyone came that will possibly involved in the running this FIBA were all there, no? So just goes to show anong suporta. And then si ES came in while we were meeting. Si ES Bersamin natin na sinabi niya ngayon, ako ay ba meeting, but I wanted to make sure that this is running, that the is running really well, and lahat kayo dito na address ang ating mga concerns niyo. At kung meron kayo, just come up to us kasi we're all out here to support.
Wow,
so that's how I would say supportive our president is.
Ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa ating presidente, His Excellency President Bongbong Marcos Jr. for giving me this opportunity to be able to serve our country through sports. It's a very fulfilling job, especially in serving the athletes, since I was once in this position myself. Now I am able to help others to achieve their dreams. And I'm thankful for this opportunity. At nagpapasalamat din ako sa ating presidente na ang sport malapit sa kanyang puso. And salamat po na binigyan mo ng pansin at kahalagahan ang sports kasi hindi lang naman ito basta laro. Ito also nakaka-develop ng character. The objective is dumami ang atletang Pilipino at ang mga kabataan ay may involved sa sports kasi nga, sabi ko nga, ang sports ay marami natututunan dito. At sa mga atleta naman na lumalaban para sa ating bansa, ang sulong ko lang ay laban lang! PBN! Bidang Bayaning Manlalaro.
The support that the present administration is or has been giving the Philippine Sports Commission, lalo na sa ating mga atleta. Nabanggit ko yun dahil una-una yung send-off noong ating delegasyon for the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Si mismong Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay dumalo sa send-off. And he sent a message of strength and well wishes to the delegation. His presence itself is a good sign of his intention of supporting our athletes. Then yung send-off natin for the para-athletes, although wala siya nun, yung pagbalik nila, nagbigay siya kagad ng mensahe of congratulations to our para-athletes. No? And kaya nga natutuwa nga ako at nabibigyan ngayon ng pansin hindi lang yung ating mga athletes without disabilities, but also the athletes with disabilities. Really increasing the awareness, then the awareness that our para-athletes can equally deliver and give international prestige, give recognition to our country. Sila rin ay naghihirap at nag-train. And with that, yung awareness kasi, ma-improve na yung services and including hopefully facilities. And going beyond this, yung training, support, facilities, sana pati yung Republic Act 10699 ma-amyendahan at magbibigyan yung ating mga para-athletes yung incentives na that is equal to our athletes without disabilities. Kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, congratulations, no? This is your second SONA. And again, in behalf of the Philippine Sports Commission, the athletes, both without disabilities, we are asking for your continued support. Sana mas lalong pang silang susuportahan. At katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, yung incentives para sa mga ating athletes with disabilities or para athletes ay maging pantay katulad sa mga regular athletes, no? Then sa ating mga tagapakinig, please continue praying for the success of our athletes, and include in your prayers, please also pray for us, no? The Philippine Sports Commission, so that we may deliver what we are supposed to deliver, and help support our athletes and elevate Philippine sports. And to our athletes and coaches, focus on training, make the most of what we have and what we can provide, and I'm sure success will come your way as long as you focus on training. Sa Pilipinas, bida ang bayaning manlalaro.
Well, you're so lucky to have a president like President Bongbong Marcos. He, from his heart, he's so busy with all the challenges of the country, and he still finds time to come and say hello. So you should be very grateful that athletes and the coaches for having a very supportive president.
Inukit na kasaysayan, tagumpay para sa bayan. Yan ang hatid ng mga atletang Pilipino, kaya buong-buo ang suporta ng Pangulo. Sa ilalim ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., hindi maiiwan ang sports. Kaya naman malinaw ang mga programa para sa pagpapalago nito sa tulong ng Philippine Sports Commission. Sa bida ang bayaning manlalaro, alamin ang mga tulong ng pamahalaan at reaksyon ng sports community kabilang ang PSC, Philippine Olympic Committee, Philippine Paralympic Committee at Olympian na si EJ Obiena sa unang taon ng Administrasyong Marcos. Bida ang bayaning manlalaro dito sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Tunay na bidang-bida ang bayaning manlalaro. Ang aming pong pagsaludo sa ating mga Pilipinong atleta. Mabuhay kayo at sana hangad natin na marami pang tagumpay ang ating makakamtan sa mga susunod na araw, lalo na sa araw ng linggo. Ang ating Pilipinas nga po ay patuloy na lumalaban dito sa FIFA Women's World Cup. At sa mga susunod pa, mas marami pa na paglaban at pagdala sa bandila ng Pilipinas, ang mga World Championships, ang mga Olympic qualifying tournaments, isang hakbang para po dun pa sa pinakatutok ulit or pinakarurok ng kompetisyon na dapat marating ng atleta, ang Olympic Games. Si Kaloyulo, ang alam ko sa isang araw ay pupunta po ng Malacanang, inimbitahan ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. para mag-courtesy call sa ating Pangulo nga po. Dahil si Kaloy ay isa rin talaga sa ating mga bayaning atleta at yun, patuloy yung kanyang kampanya at muli siya maghahangad ng Olympic slot sa kanyang paglahok, I think 1 or 2 months from now doon sa sarili niyang World Championship. Sa larangan po yan ng artistic gymnastics. Okay, so sa ngalan po ng Radyo Pilipinas 2, ang buong team natin, yung voice over natin si John Mugol, ang production po ng BBM na yan, sina Jess Laid, si Ayang Malyare, at syempre ang sumulat ng ating script ay si Dennis Hilanga. At lahat kami ay naging abala para po dyan sa production na yan ng ating bida ang bayaning manlalaro. Sa ngalan din po ng ating mga nakasama dito sa ating Philippine Sports Commission are si IZ Almasan mula sa PSC Public Communications Office, ang kanilang bago ngayong head na si Joas Ricanor. Salamat Ma'am Malina Bamba na nakasama natin sa mga nakaraang mga taon. At ang buong staff ng PCO dito naman po from Jess Batislaong to Boyet Garcia to Gemart to Mika Go, si Tim Tapales, ganoon na rin sina Giselle Laid at si Ayang Malyari. At ang lahat po, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsama sa ating Philippine Sports Commission R. Magbabalik po kami sa araw ng Biyernes dito pa rin sa Radyo Pilipinas 2, ang ating pa ring sports radio. Mabuhay pa rin ang atletang Pilipino.
Radyo Pilipinas 2 Sports brings you the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, Australia-New Zealand. 32 teams, one goal, playing beyond greatness at the pinnacle of women's football. Abangan ang latest highlights and updates sa pinakamalaking Women's World Cup sa kasaysayan ng women's football, straight from New Zealand. Sundan ang kampanya ng ating Philippine Women's National Football Team as our Filipinas represent the Philippines in the most prestigious women's